There's so many things that's going on right now. AMC continues to reduce debt, reduce debt, reduce debt. Another $24 million. We'll jump into that. I want to actually go into a video here. It was an interview that CEO Adam did earlier this year. And it's great news. A lot of us are excited about this, man. So awesome movies coming out, man. We have our own branded popcorn, our own branded candy. We have our own credit card, AMC distribution. Hopefully one day we'll have our own studio, AMC studio, and who knows? We're going to go ahead and check out the Silverback, man. We're very excited about what's going on. AMC's got some great movies coming out. Make sure you go check out the movies, especially for the holidays. You do not have to be an investor in order to support a company, because you go to the movies anyway. I'm not asking you to do anything that you don't do. If you go to the movies, go to AMC. Why not? So check out this video, man. CEO Adam. CEO Adam.
It is inconceivable to me, as someone who's on the inside and knows what's going on, that AMC is going to have financial collapse. Inconceivable. And I made a public prediction at CinemaCon at a panel that the industry was going to come roaring back. Finally, it's going to be a long wait. It's come back. And here, unfortunately for us, it happened. The prediction turned out to be true. And here's just two numbers, and they're really important. And you write this one down, because this explains everything. The domestic box office in the first 5 months of this year was $1.5 billion. And that was all strike impacted from production delays caused by the 5 months of strikes in 23. In the last 4 months, June to September, the 4-month box office, remember 5 months was $1.5 billion in the first 5 months this year. The domestic box office, June to September, is going to be around $3.5 billion. From $1.5 billion in 5 months to $3.5 billion in 4 months. And when we look at the slate of movies that's coming out over the next remaining months in 24, and the incredible slate that's coming out in 25, and the incredible slate that's coming out in 26, this industry is back. And all of the,
Real quick, I want to say back big time. Big time. I couldn't agree more with CEO Adam, man. We've had a great year of movies, and we have some great movies coming up, man. I'm excited. Next week, I mean, look at the movies that's coming out before Thanksgiving. You got Moana 2, Wicked, Gladiator 2. Now, of those three, I'm looking forward to seeing Gladiator 2 the most, man. The first one was dope, and it's got my man Denzel Washington to go. So, but of the three, I think Wicked's going to go ahead and take the box office. I hope all three do absolutely amazing, man, just to the moon and beyond. But just looking at the what's going on, man, kind of looking at the excitement of it right now, it looks like Wicked's going to take it. But there's people out there that's predicting Moana 2 is going to take it. So personally, man, I think all three are going to do great. But we're going to see, man. Let's pick up what the Silverback is talking about.
The doom and gloom stuff, those are people who are looking in the rearview mirror. But if you're looking at out the windshield to the front, finally, it's been a 4.5-year long slog from COVID and from strikes. But this industry has a very bright future again.
It's good to hear that you did resolve a debt extension this summer, so you have 5 years now to repay down your balance sheet. How do you feel about your current capitalization and your profitability forecast for the next 5 years?
I'm a relieved human being because we had, as I told my own board of directors, if early at the end of 23, that we needed to refinance our debt because our debt was coming due in the middle of 2026, which sounds like it's far away from 2023, but it's right around the corner. And in July, we were able to announce that we'd worked agreements with 150 different lending institutions that we were going to refinance all of our not all, but most of our long-term debt. and push the maturities out from 2026 to 2029 and 2030, which is 5 years from now. I mean, no public company, we're a big public company on the New York Stock Exchange. When public companies renegotiate their debt, nobody is able to push it out more than 3 or 4 or 5 years. Like, that's normal. And we got a normal recapitalization done. It was complicated, but we got it done. And it's an enormous accomplishment for our company because it means we have a couple $100 million of debt that's due in 25 and 26. But the billions of our long-term debt, it's 5 years now. It's like 20 lifetimes from now. And it's normal. I mean, no one's ever going to refinance your debt out 2 decades. But one of the most important things that we did in this refinancing is not only do we push our debt, we pushed out $2.5 billion of debt maturities from out of $3 billion from 26 to 29 and 30. But we also embedded in those new debt instruments a convertible debt instrument. Like, this is inside baseball, I apologize, but it was like really important for my company because it means that Variety can't write articles like we're dead anymore. So one of the key things, we did a $400 million convertible debt instrument, which if our stock hits $5.66 a share, and we're within $1 of that right now, $400 million of our debt automatically converts to equity, which lowers our interest expense and lowers our debt ratio by close to $500 million. So that was one. That was the first big accomplishment. Was
you hear that? So maybe there's some of us that are wondering what the 566 is all about. So everyone's posting 566. This is CEO Adam explaining that. So it appears that that's a huge concern for the people that is manipulating this stock, keeping the price down, right? So we believe that there's price suppression on our stock, and we believe that it's heavily shorted, right? Illegal, naked shorts. We've been talking about it for 4 to 5 years right now. You've seen this happen to multiple companies. We keep reiterating that this is nothing that is new. This is something that was supposed to be solved a long time ago, and it hasn't been. CEO Adam is telling us right now we have $500 million, roughly $500 million worth of debt just hanging in the balance, right? We're waiting to eliminate that. So you take a look at what's happening with AMC. This speaks volumes, right? They do not want us to eliminate debt. It's simple as that. Take a look at what's happening with GME. They're in the driver's seat right now. They have a lot of cash, debt-free company. One day, I'm hoping AMC is going to be debt-free as well. That was the key piece in their thesis, the short thesis, the key piece. I mean, after COVID, of course, the key piece was, debt. Well, look what's happening. We keep eliminating debt and eliminating debt. We just did it. And now more debt is being eliminated, potentially. So we're waiting. We keep wanting to see that $5.66 price target. We wanted to go beyond that. We want to continue to eliminate debt and continue to eliminate debt. This is why we're so important. The APES save companies, I've said this many times, right? In my opinion, this is what I do to help the company. Not only do I sit here on social media and I'm a big cheerleader of the company and other companies, not as much as AMC, of course, but like I said, I'm a movie guy. I go to the movies. I pay for multiple AMC A-lists, but we go to the movies. We go buy our popcorn. We go buy our bags of popcorn, microwavable popcorn. Have an AMC credit card. We support AMC distribution when Taylor Swift was at AMC and Beyonce. These are the things that you do, you know. Continue to purchase things at our online store. It's imperative that for any company that you are, if you have an interest in a company, right, support it. We go out here and we support companies all the time, man. People don't realize it. You're walking around here in some Jordans or whatever, you're supporting that company. You got a Jordan shirt on. People are seeing that. You are a walking billboard. That's what we are. Whatever car you're driving, you are a walking billboard. So why not go out here and advertise and promote our company as well? We're doing some great things. Eliminating debt, man. This was the biggest point in the short thesis, the debt. And I believe, and many of us believe, that they're scared to death of this. So you throw this in with the incoming administration with Donald Trump, which I believe they're going to go ahead and attack the malfeasance in the stock market. That's what I believe. You can believe whatever you want, but I believe that they have a dog in a fight with DJT. So what's happening right now is you have someone like that who is a larger than life personality, and you have his CEO of his company. They're using their platform and they're bringing attention to this. So eyeballs are on this problem. This problem is a huge problem that more and more and more people have their eyes on. So I just want you to keep that in mind, and just remember what CEO Adam said, man. $5.66. We eliminate almost $500 million in debt. Let's go.
Stretching out the maturity. The second biggest was getting a convertible debt part of it. But the third, and maybe the most important, is that we negotiated hard with our lenders that in 2026, which is only 2 years from now, originally when the debt was due, that if the circumstances are right, we could refinance all this debt yet again, pushing it out further than 2030. And the reason that's so important is in 2024, we're still bearing the slings and arrows of the strikes and COVID. By 2026, the box office is going to be like this. Our EBITDA is going to be like this. We will be a much better credit risk in 2026 than we are in 2024, which means that the interest rates that we will get are going to be several hundred basis points lower. Plus, as you saw, the Fed cut interest rates 0.5 point.
We did see that.
And that's the first. That's the first of several. I think interest rates will probably come down. Well, let's call it between 1 and 2.5 points in total from where they were 3 weeks ago. So the combined effect of lowered interest rates generally and us being a much better credit risk, when we go to refinance our debt in 26 again, we'll do so at much cheaper rates. So a close friend of mine is Rich Gelfond, the CEO of IMAX. We're half of the IMAX locations in North America at AMC. And he used to joke that we lie when we say who's in our management team, because he's sure that Harry Houdini still works at AMC. But surviving COVID required us to thread the needle well. And there were many out there who questioned whether we would be able to thread the needle. But we did, and I can tell you with such confidence that the combination of resolving our balance sheet with a rising box office, which means rising profitability, we get to play on offense again. Our industry has been playing on defense for 4.5 years. It's all changed. And if you want to circle a date in your calendars, circle June 14, 2024. Inside Out 2 opened. And it's not just been Inside Out 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine. It's been movie after movie after movie after movie has worked and has been a big success. And as I said, the box office has gone from $1.5 billion in 5 months to $3.5 billion in 4. It is a totally different industry. We made it.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
And that the future of movies going in theaters is a bright future.
Really quick, want to interject. We made it. So there's a lot of us, man, not me, but there's a lot of us who think that we can run a multi-billion-dollar company better than CEO Adam. You know, a lot of us have never even ran a company before. I have. I'm a business owner. Most of us, I've never ran a multi-million-dollar business, that's for damn sure, but most of us haven't. So it's easy to critique CEO Adam, right? It's easy to go ahead and say, hey, do this or do that, full of criticism. So this is what I think, man. I think the man knows exactly what he's doing. Okay. I think that we're up against an opponent, man, that has so many different ways to cheat us. They have so many different ways to manipulate us. I mean, think about what we're up against. Think about where we were. I mean, we were up against COVID, a huge shutdown, right? We survived that. And not only do we survive that, we brought in multiple streams of income, man. We've increased the business. Our businesses, and to me, I think our business is much more valuable now and in a better situation than it was when we were in COVID. Look at it. We survived, man. And shout out to the apes, man. We save companies. Let's get back to the CEO. Let's get back to Silverback.
A little shaky recent past, but a very bright future finally. And the way to get moviegoers to continue to go to theaters is to make the experience in theaters so wonderful that they have to get off their couches and come to a theater. And they're allowed to watch movies at home. It's okay. You ever heard of a movie called Avengers, something, whatever, one of the Avengers movies that grossed $2 billion? I checked. Netflix was in business that same weekend that Avengers opened for $2 billion. When Avatar 2 came out with its $2 billion, Netflix was in business. The industry is big enough that streaming and theaters can exist harmoniously. But if we want to capture our fair share, that share of the consumer viewing habits that we're entitled to, we've got to make going to a theater a great experience. And technology's been a big part of it. So very quietly, we made a decision 2-3 years ago that we were basically going to turn all of AMC, all 8,000 of our 7,500 of our U.S. screens, to laser projection. And we've already, and that's would be a $500 million investment to switch from old xenon bulbs to laser projection. And we've already, it's middle of 24, we've already got a quarter of all of our screens in the U.S. are now laser projection. And what laser projection does is it increases the light levels on screen by 50 to 100%, depending upon the system it replaced, which means that the image on screen is brighter and sharper and better. We've upgraded sound systems all over.
Getting a new iPhone.
Yep. And in terms of PLFs, premium large format screens, as I said, we're half of all the IMAX cinemas, IMAX auditoriums in the U.S. and Canada. We are 100% of the Dolby cinemas in North America. When I joined AMC it seems like yesterday, but it was 9 years ago, we had 3 Dolby cinemas. We have 164 today. We have 31 of our own house brand primes. We have 423 PLFs at AMC in the United States. And if I have my druthers, 36 months from now, we'll have 700. So and again, why? It's a bigger picture. It's a better sound system. It's better technology in the projection booth. It's the best way to watch a movie in theater.
Agreed.
And by the way, they cost a fortune. It's like $2 million a screen to put in a PLF. But we're a big believer that if we make movie going better at theaters, more people are going to come to theaters. And so we're investing in the equipment that makes food and drink in out in our lobbies. Very quietly, if you can believe this number, AMC invested $100 million in putting Coke Freestyle machines in all of our theaters. Why? Because they have
$100 million in putting Coke Freestyle machines in all the theaters. Think about this, man. AMC is on the offense. I think a lot of us have seen that CEO Adam has talked about this in the recent Q3 earnings call. AMC is on the offense. Let's fucking go. Look at all the money that is being invested into our company, okay? You're not investing that kind of money into a company if you think it's going bankrupt. You've already heard the Silverback. He's relieved. it's inconceivable that we would go bankrupt. Now, you think about back when we were in COVID, yeah, it probably looked a little shaky. But look at the things that we've done since then. This is exciting. And if you see people coming out trying to discourage you, once again, you go get the information yourself. You get the information yourself, what does it do? It just reconfirms what you think, or reconfirms what I think. Matter of fact, I bought more today, honestly. That's just me, not financial advice. This is just what I do. I continuously add to my position. If you're going to keep that price down, where I personally believe it is a huge discount, I'm going to continue to add to my position. And there's a lot of people who think the same way that I do. A lot of people in the community, at least that's what I'm seeing in Xverse. So let's continue to listen to the Silverback, man. I edited this interview down so it wouldn't be as long. The interview is probably a little bit more than double the size here. So, but check it out.
140 flavors. And that beats, having 8 flavor choices. 140 being more than 8. I checked. Yeah, it's a bigger, better.
And more calories.
Not if you do the diet stuff. There are a lot of diet flavors up there. Try Bark's Diet Root Beer.
Man, low key, man. The dude that was doing the interview, man, he was throwing a little shade, man. A little bit of shade, but CEO Adam is so slick. He's so slick, man. He gets it, man. I cut some of those parts out, whatever, but he low key was throwing some shade, man. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. We're used to it by now, man. We're used to the shade, man. Let's keep going.
Vanilla flavor, it's really good. But coming back to the $2.2 billion, the fact that our industry is willing to invest or reinvest over $2 billion back into making the movie theater experience superb, I think shows the bullishness that finally exists in our community that wasn't there 2 years ago or 4 years ago. And if anything, you make a little news today, I think the $2.2 billion figure is understated, not overstated. And I'll give you a case in point. I know what number we gave NATO for that they added up to $2.2 billion. And we gave them a number of $500 million. And I actually know for a fact it's going to be $600 million. And I'd like it to be $750. So already I think the $2.2 billion figure is understated by at least $100 million and possibly by $250 million just from AMC alone. And so we've seen the movies that are coming out. It is going to be one hit. There'll be a flop every once in a while, but it's going to be one hit after hit after hit after hit. This is going to be such a successful industry again, profitable, healthy, investing, playing on offense. And those are the articles that are going to appear in Variety about AMC going forward, not how are they going to pay off their debt?
Thank you.
Which is what it's been for the last 4 years.
Well, thank you for being such a fierce advocate for a medium that we all very much love. Adam Aron, everybody.
You guys heard it, man. That's the Silverback, CEO Adam. That's why I'm so excited. That's why there's a lot of people that's in this play that are excited, because we have a lot of great things that's going, okay? You take this information and you do with it what you do with it, okay? For me, it reconfirms my thoughts. So hopefully for you, it does the same.